Hi, it's Fisher from Sewmate. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how to cut and stitch ladies shorts. This is going to be a very easy and straightforward tutorial. You need a basic pant block to do this. If you don't have one, I've got a tutorial on how to make one. I'll put a link in the description below and a link above as well. So just click that, make yourself a pattern block, and then come and do this with me. Starting with the front pants, trace around your pant block, making sure to include the darts. Lift the pattern. Now square across the knee level, draw in the darts, and square horizontal line across the hip line. Square down a vertical line for the grain line. Now measure and mark 5 centimeters down from the waistline for your waistband depth. We're not going to sew in the front darts, so we're just gonna mark tacks. That's what we're gonna sew tacks instead. Measure and mark 10 centimeters from the knee level. Square a line across for our hemline. Now we're going to have a hem of 4 centimeters. Now square 3 parallel lines which are 4 centimeters apart because we're going to have a cuff at the hem. Moving on to drawing in our zipper fly. I'm making a 5 centimeter width fly including the 1 centimeter seam allowance. Draw in a nice curve at the end. Now get your tracing paper and just trace around the shape that we just made for the fly. Cut around it. Now get yourself a folded paper and a single paper so that you can trace around your fly with a tracing wheel, like you see me doing right here. Draw solid lines on the tracing wheel marks to form the fly and fly shield. Now cut around the pattern pieces, starting with the fly shield and the fly. Draw in the grain line and label the pattern piece. Zipper fly, cut 1. Onto the zipper shield, draw in the grain line and label it zipper shield, cut 1, and put the initial. Now on to making the pockets. Go 5 centimeters and put a mark, and go about 13 to 16 centimeters and put another mark. Now draw in a curve with your free hand and then follow through with the curved ruler. Now cut out the waistband piece and draw in the seam allowance for the pocket. Then go about 10 centimeters down from the pocket opening and square a horizontal line across. Square another line across which is about 5 centimeters from the pocket opening. Now get your curved ruler and make a nice curve. Get yourself a folded padded paper and put it under the pocket so that we can make the pocket facing and pocket bag. Use your tracing wheel to trace around the pocket like I'm doing here. Now get your pattern paper from there and cut around the pattern for the pocket bag and pocket facing. Now on to labeling the pattern pieces. Draw in your grain line first and label the top pattern. It's pocket facing. Sorry, I made a mistake there. It's supposed to be the pocket facing instead. Cut 1 pair. and the bottom one, draw in the grain line and label it pocket bag. Cut one pair as well. Now moving on to folding up the hem, get the second line and fold it up above the hemline. Then take the last section and fold it under the pattern. Get your curved ruler and continue the curved lines. Do the same on the other side. Just make a continuous curved line. Now cut around the pattern. Open the folded hem and cut through the bottom line. Now marking the notches. And notching around the pattern. Notch the dots as well, although they're gonna serve as tags. Label the short pants front, cut one pair, and I'm putting my initial. Now moving on to drafting the back short pants. Trace around the pattern like we did with the front, making sure to draw in the dot. Square across the knee level, hip level, and draw in the dots. Square down for the grain line. Go up from the knee level by 10 centimeters and draw a horizontal line to mark the hemline. Then go down 4 centimeters and draw like 3 parallel lines of 4 centimeters apart. Move up by 1 centimeter and draw in your awl punch. Measure and mark for your waistband depth of 5 centimeters. And cut it off. Fold the hemline like we did with the front pen pattern. Draw in the continuous line to correct the shape and cut around your pattern. Open your pattern and cut at the bottom line. Now onto labeling the pattern, just noting the grain line there. That's our short back. Cut one pair and my initial. Just marking the notches and notching around the pattern. Now on to making the waistband. Just draw along the side seam up to the waistline to the first leg of the dart and pivot the dart out and continue drawing the rest of the waistline to the front crotch. Correct the shape there at the top and just measure and mark 7 centimeters, which is 5 centimeter depth for the waistband plus 2 centimeters of seam allowance, is 1 centimeter at the top and 1 centimeter at the bottom. Just labeling the side seam there and center back. Now just cut around the pattern. Now draw in the grain line parallel to the center back and label it back waistband. Cut 2 on fold and cut 1 on fold for interfacing. Onto drawing in the waistband for the front. Do the same, pivot the dart out and continue drawing in the waistline until we get to the front crotch line. Measure and mark 7 centimeters down, 5 centimeter waistband depth plus 2 centimeters for seam allowances like before. Side seam. And now we're going to add on our fly extension amount. Our fly will be 4 centimeters. And I'm just drawing in the seam allowance there, just labeling center front and cutting around the pattern piece. Drawing in the grain line parallel to the center front and labeling it. Front waistband, cut 2 pairs and 1 pair interfacing. And we are done with our pattern making for the short pants. Thank you.